There are many things that people wrongly believe. Today I will try and explain the science behind some of these myths. Myth: if you drop a penny from the top of the Empire State Building, it would accelerate to the point that it could kill a person on the ground below. This is not true. The penny will reach terminal velocity of about 30 to 100 miles per hour depending on the wind. It's still a dumb thing to do, and it might hurt, but it wouldn't kill anyone. In any case, keep your cash on you. Myth: chameleons can change to any color to match their surroundings. It is true that they can change color by stretching and relaxing cells that contain crystals, which affects how the light is reflected. However, they don't change color to match their surroundings. They change color mainly for communication, dark colors signal aggression, but also for temperature control. Lighter colors reflect the heat. Their dull brown and green resting colors blend in with their surroundings, so they're actually more camouflaged when they don't change color. Myth: the largest living organism is the blue whale, the giant redwood, etc. These may be big, but the largest living organism on planet Earth is the humongous honey fungus in the Oregon Blue Mountains. This single organism has thousands of mushroom-fruiting bodies and is roughly 2.4 miles across. The bad news is that it's spreading. But, on the bright side, its mushrooms are edible. Bon appetit! Myth: we have 5 senses. Besides vision, hearing, touch, taste, and smell, there are at least 4 other senses that are rarely cited. These are proprioception, sensing our orientation in space; thermoception, the sense of temperature; equilibrioception, the sense of balance; and interoception, a sense of our physiological condition. The next time someone talks about their 5 senses, you can say that you have 9 senses and then sit back and let them think you have superpowers. Myth: we only use 10% of our brains. The idea of unlocking hidden brain power might sound good, but it simply isn't that way in real life. Part of the myth is that 90% of brain cells are white matter, which nourishes the brain, and only 10% is the gray matter, which is in charge of thinking. The white matter could never be used for brain power, so claiming 90% of our brain is wasted is like saying you waste peanuts when you throw out the shells. A brain scan will show that even saying a few words will light up more than 10% of your brain, and scientists consider that all the brain is used. Myth: still on the human body. The myth is that blood is blue until it is exposed to air or replenishes its oxygen. The fact is, human blood looks red in your body as it does outside. That color is brighter when it's oxygen-rich and darker when it needs that oxygen, but it's red all the same. The tissue covering your veins affects how the light is absorbed and scattered, which is why the blood circulating your body looks blue. Myth: goldfish have a 3 to 7 second memory. They are not as dumb and forgetful as you might have heard. They can learn basic survival skills and remember them for up to 3 months. They can even tell time. In lab tests, they could be conditioned to push a lever for food at roughly the same time each day. They need a reasonably long-term memory in order to find and recall food sources and avoid the hideouts of their predators. While they are smarter than we thought, their attention span still grades pretty low. Myth: there are 3 states of matter: solid, liquid, and gas. There is plasma, which makes 4 states, and it isn't some gel or goo. It's sometimes called ionized gas. When cooled, it becomes gas, but then it takes on different properties, which makes it a bit like a flame. Lightning, fire, the sun, and the tails of comets are all plasmas. Nearly anything can become plasma if heated high enough, but since it is just ions and electrons, the molecules have broken down. Water, for example, can be reduced to plasma, but it's no longer what it was, and you definitely wouldn't want to drink it. Myth: bulls become angry at the color red. Bulls and other cattle are partially colorblind and cannot see the red. They are, however, testy and defensive creatures that will charge when threatened, frightened, angry, or just annoyed. Their fight instinct is simply stronger than their flight instinct. In bullfights, the matador wields a red cape, but it is his taunting, threats, and overall behavior that make the bull charge. Bulls don't mind the sight of red, but they do, however, get angry at the sight of annoying people. Myth: dinosaurs were scaly beasts. Scientists are still debating what the oldest and biggest species were covered with, but some definitely had feathers. Velociraptor arm fossils have bumps that look just like the ones keeping modern birds' wings in place, and the bones of a Siberian species were surrounded by imprints of feathers. While some scientists think that species like the Tyrannosaurus rex didn't need big feathers, others think that they had at least some light feathering, just as we are mammals but don't have thick fur. Please subscribe and tick notifications. I look forward to seeing you soon.